He walks in slow, lets the chaos breathe. Hands in his pockets, with nothing up his sleeve. No rush in his step, no need to be seen. But he's reading every whisper in the space in between. He don't chase the noise just to feel alive. He's the type to sit back, let the truth arrive, while they race to the front just to claim the room. He's a calm in the corner, like a quiet full moon. He's not shy, he's just learned what's real. Not every thought deserves to leave how you feel. He's the man who moves without sound. No loud footsteps, no need to be crowned. While everybody's shouting just to prove their place, he wins whole rooms with a look on his face. He's steady, he's slow, but his presence is profound. He's the man who moves without sound. He clocks every exit, every open door. Who's trying too hard, who's unsure. He's seen enough nights where the loud ones fall, where the ones in the spotlight lose it all. He once was a man who spoke too fast, gave away his plans, watched them break like glass. Now he guards his peace like a sacred ground, speaks when it matters, then shuts it back down. You might think he's distant, lost in his head, but he's just choosing his words before they're said. He's the man who moves without sound. No empty flex, no need to be found, while they dance for attention under neon crowns. He's building a kingdom where his soul can't drown. He's quiet, but his energy shakes the ground. He's the man who moves without sound. Some men fight with their fists in the air. Some men fight by refusing to care about every small slight, every little bruise. He picks his battles like a man who can't lose. He knows when to stay, when to let it all slide, when to walk away with his honor inside. There's a strength in silence they don't understand, but you feel it when he simply stands. So when the night gets loud and the fools get brave, and they gamble their peace just to feel engaged, he'll be in the back with his eyes on the ground. That's the man who moves without sound. Cold hands wrapped round the rising dawn, breath in the air like a slow gray song. Coffee in his cup, but he sips the sky, watching the world turn, letting hours roll by. He's got thoughts he never rushes through, plans he builds like morning dew. The world moves fast, but he stays aligned. Cold hands, clear mind. Cold hands, clear mind, steady heart, steady stride. When life gets loud and the fear kicks in, he centers his breath, he starts again. Cold hands, but a clear, clear mind. That's how a strong man survives his time. Seen storms where the unprepared drown, seen anger turn kings into clowns. So he learned the art of the patient man, to think before speaking, to pause before plans. He don't break like the ones who rush, he don't fold when the pressure gets too much. He walks through the noise with a calm design. Cold hands, clear mind. It's not that he feels less, no, he feels it all. But he learned to rise before he learned to fall. Cold hands, clear mind, heart steady in the darkest times. He don't run from life, he don't hide, he holds his pace like a rising tide. Cold hands, but a clear hand, but a clear, clear mind. Warm hearts still tremble, wise men still ache, but strength is a calm that a good man makes. Some truths are cold, some paths are blind, but he walks them all with a clear, clear mind. So when the night feels heavy, lost in a grind, remember the man with the cold hands, clear mind. He don't bow to the penny the world designed. He stays steady with a clear, clear mind. He don't wake with the world, he wakes with his breath. Lets the morning find him before he takes a step. He studies the silence like a book he owns, learns every truth from the quiet unknowns. He's not afraid of the slow sunrise. He's learned that wisdom grows in the patient mind. While they run to the noise, he stays collected. Stillness before every step, that's how he's protected. Stillness before every step he takes. A calm so deep it never breaks. He moves like water under moonlit sky. Quiet, steady, discipline-wise. Stillness, stillness before every step. He's not impressed by the fast and loud, by the ones chasing praise from a restless crowd. He listens, he watches before he acts. His choice is measured like timeless facts. He's seen men crash from moving too quick. Seen hearts break from choosing too slick. So he learned to breathe before he commits. Stillness before every step, that's how he fits. A quiet man sees the world twice, in what they show and what hides behind their eyes. Stillness before every step he takes. A calm so deep it never shakes. He moves like mountains waiting to rise. Slow, deliberate, older than time. Stillness before every step. Some men shout, hoping life will hear. Some chase noise just to hide their fear. But he learned the truth that silence keeps. Strength grows slow and wisdom speaks deep. So he walks the world with a quiet breath, choosing calm over pointless stress. Where others rush and stumble, he stands adept. He lives in the stillness before every step. He steps in soft with his collar straight, not too early, never late. No bright color, no loud display, just a calm silhouette in the evening gray. He's got polished shoes and a steady gaze, moves like a whisper through crowded space. He don't beg the room to know his name. He's the kind of man whose silence frames a flame. He's elegance in the shadows, where the quiet man goes, where the soft light hits his coat like a midnight echo. He don't stand out, he stands apart, gray stitched deep in his quiet heart. Elegance in the shadow. He holds his cup like he holds his life, firm, warm, away from strife. No wasted words, no empty pride, just a man who learned to live from the inside. He don't chase noise or follow the crowd. His peace is stronger than talking loud. Every move he makes so calm, so slow. You feel his presence before you ever know. In a world full of loud footsteps, he chooses the ones that don't forget. He's elegance in the shadows, where the quiet souls grow, where patience feels like a crown and wisdom starts to show. He don't shine bright, he shines true, in a way only real men do. Elegance in the shadow. Some men wear gold to feel alive, but he wears calm like a natural tide. A gentle wave, a steady hand, and elegance it's only stillness understand. So when the lights dim down and the crowd thins out and the room grows quiet, fading from the shout, there he stands like a midnight vow. Elegance living in the shadows. Somehow steps inside with a steady breath, lets the noise unfold while he stands at rest. Shoulders relax, but his mind is sharp, watching the stories hidden in the dark. He don't chase the crowd or force a smile. He takes his time, he watches a while before he speaks, before he moves. He reads the room, he feels his grooves. Eyes that study the room first, seeing quiet truths beneath the thirst. He knows who's restless, who's sincere. Reads every heartbeat he can hear. He don't judge, he just observes. His eyes that study the room first. Loud applause, the shaky hands behind perfect flaws. He sees the pain behind someone's grin. He knows the fights they're holding in. He's not distant, he's just aware. He feels the weight that others wear. Some talk loud, some talk fast, but he listens deeper than the past. Little boy, silence taught him more than sound. It helps him see what's breaking down. Finding truth where it's unrehearsed. He feels the walls, the shifting air. He knows who's real, who's barely there. No rush, no fear, no hunger to be heard. Those eyes that study the room first. That others hide, oh, that others hold. He sees their warmth, he sees their cold. It's not a gift, it's a life he's lived, a heart that learned and a soul that gives more truth in silence than the loud rehearsed. Eyes that study the room first. When he finally speaks, it's calm and clear, a single truth that everyone hears. But long before he says a word, he studies the room first. He walks in slow with a steady pace. Not a single rush written on his face. No need for words to fill the air. His silence already settles everywhere. He don't compete for the room's attention, just stands with quiet intention. A soft nod, a calm stance, that's all he needs to shift the dance. He's the gentleman who speaks with his presence. No loud voice, no sharp sentence. You feel him the moment he steps inside. A calm force you can't deny. Not a sound, not a boast, not a single defense. Just the gentleman who speaks with his presence. He holds the door, lets others pass, wears respect like a fitted glass. Every move he makes is measured and slow, built from years of learning when to let go. He's the type who listens more than he talks, reads the room in the rhythm he walks. Where loud men choke on the need to impress, he wins a moment with effortless finesse. He's not trying to be seen, but presence like his cuts through the seam. Ooh, he's the gentleman who speaks with his presence. His silence is his strongest sentence. Where others push to be recognized, he's the calm truth standing undisguised. A stairlight needed, no loud applause, just a man at peace with all his flaws. Confidence whispered, not announced, a kind of grace that can't be pronounced. Oh, his aura warms the coldest place, gentle strength written on his face. Ooh, so when the world gets loud and tense, remember the man with a calm defense, the one who never argues for relevance, the gentleman who speaks with his presence. rising slow in a dim lit room, night crawling in like a quiet bloom. He sits alone where the shadows lean, letting his mind drift in places unseen. Ash on the table, a half-burned flame, thinking through life without pointing blame. He don't talk much when the night gets deep. His truth only comes out when the world's asleep. Cigarette smoke and quiet thoughts, lessons learned and battles fought. He breathes out pain he never showed, lets go of things he should have outgrown. Nighttime whispers connect the dots, cigarette smoke and quiet thoughts. He remembers faces that drifted away, words he swallowed he wished he'd said. Every inhale brings the memories near, every exhale lets them disappear. He's not broken, just worn and wide. You can see it all behind his eyes. Some truths hurt, some truths grow. Midnight's the only time he lets them show. It's the quiet moments that soften the scar, when he finally feels safe where his feelings are. Cigarette smoke and quiet thought, finding peace in what life brought. Not angry now, just letting go, breathing out what he can't control. Healing slow in separate nights, cigarette smoke and quiet thought. Lets him cry in the space in between. He's learning now that a steady breath can bring him back from the weight on his chest. So he sits in the dark till the feeling stops. Cigarette smoke and quiet thoughts. Clearing the storms that daylight brought. He heals in silence, in quiet thoughts. His tie is straight, his collar clean, but you can feel the weight he sings. Every step is polished gold, but his story's carved in shadows cold. He buttons up like a quiet shield, covers the scars he never revealed to the world. He's calm, composed, acute, just shadows wrapped in a suit. Shadows wrapped in a suit, walking like a man with deeper roots, grace in his stride, calm in his eyes, a silent truth he never implies. He ain't hiding, he's just learned to commute with shadows wrapped in a suit. He learned to dress the pain with class, move with poise when the moment's past. Not every storm deserves a cry. Some battles end in the blink of an eye. He holds his coat like a memory kept, a quiet reminder of tears he sweat. Life tried to break him, he refused. Now he walks with shadows wrapped in a suit. Some stories stay too heavy to speak, so he carries them in the way he sleep. Shadows wrapped in a suit, a gentleman forged from the absolute. He smiles soft, but you'll never see the storms he buries so carefully. Strength can look simple, calm, and you knew, like shadows wrapped in a suit. His elegance ain't for show or praise, it's armor he built through silent days. He learned that true style isn't loud, it's surviving life without shouting out. So when you see him walking smooth, absolute, know he's carrying shadows wrapped in a suit. Not broken, not bruised, not trying to refute, just living with grace wrapped in his suit. light in a quiet glass, a soft reminder of the day that passed. He sits alone where the night runs deep, thinking about the promises he couldn't keep. He ain't drowning pain, he's letting it breathe, letting go of things he once believed. Each slow sip brings a moment to find those whiskey reflections at midnight time. Whiskey reflections at midnight, seeing is true in the soft low light. He don't hide, he don't pretend, just a man making peace with where he's been. Every thought hits gentle, hits right. Whiskey reflections at midnight. He remembers laughter that faded to gray, people who left and those who stayed. The choices he made that cost him sleep, the secrets he learned that he couldn't keep. But he don't regret, he just understands. Life teaches softly with steady hands. Some truths cut deep, some heal on sight. Like whiskey reflections at midnight. Midnight don't judge, it just opens a door to the thoughts he ignored on the days before. Whiskey reflections at midnight, holding his past in a warm dim light. He forgives himself in the glow he sees, finds strength in the quiet of moments like these. Every lesson feels tender, feels right. Whiskey reflections at midnight. The night hums soft like an old blues tune, shadows stretching across the room. He breathes out doubts, breathes in peace, knowing some burdens must be released. He ain't chasing storm or fighting ghosts. He's learning to love the man he trusts most. So he sits with the glass till his heart feels light. Whiskey reflections holding him tight. When the world sleeps deep and the stars shine bright, he heals in the calm of midnight. slow while the room runs wild. Watch as every grown man act like a child. They chase attention just to feel alive. He don't need noise for his worth to survive. He's seen loud voices die in the dust, seen pride crash when ego combusts. So now he breathes deep, lets the world converse. Calm men don't compete, they observe. Calm men don't compete, they observe. Move in silence, protect their nerve. They see the truth behind every word, feel the shift that others never heard. No rush, no noise, no need to prove. Calm and watch, then choose. He's learned the game from watching the crowd, how the strongest men never talk too loud, how the ones who brag have the least to show, and the quiet ones carry what others don't know. It don't jump first just to look brave. He measures the cost, the ground, the wave. Every lesson life taught, he preserved. Calm men don't compete, they observe. You feel his wisdom when he stands still, a gentle force of patient will. Calm men don't compete, they observe. Respect their peace, protect their worth. They read the room, they walk the earth, knowing silence is its own rebirth. No brag, no show, no reckless swerve. Calm men see, then serve. Watch good hearts dim in the thirst for light, but he learned that quiet is a stronger sound. It keeps your soul firm on the ground. So he sits back with a steady grin, lets others chase what he already wins. A calm mind, no chaos can curb. Calm men don't compete, they observe. When the noise fades low and the night gets clear, his truth stands strong without fear. He rises slow with a purpose reserved. A calm man who observed. speak quick, he don't rush his line. He learned the truth in the hardest times. Some lessons came soft, some hit rough. That's the weight of a man who knows enough. He's seen people leave when the storms blew in, seen perfect plans fall apart again. But through it all, he stayed gentle, stayed tough. That's the heart of a man who knows enough. That's the weight of enough, who knows enough. That's the weight of a man who knows enough, carrying wisdom where the world gets tough. He don't judge fast and he don't bluff. He moves with the calm of a man grown rough. It's a quiet kind of strength, not a loud of bluff. The weight of a knows enough. He's learned that trust is a careful seed, and not everyone knows what hearts need. He gives in silence, he gives in deed, not in the noise of a selfish creed. He forgives more now, fights less too, sees the whole picture before he makes moves. Life taught him slow, but life taught him tough, and he became a man who knows enough. He's not cold, he's just learned to choose what's worth his peace and what he'll lose. That's the weight of a man who knows enough, wearing patience like a timeless cup. He don't break easy, but he don't act tough, just carries the truth in a tone subdued, a peaceful force when the road gets rough. The weight of a man who knows enough. His heart's been tested but stayed intact. He learned that strength is a quiet act. He knows the silence can heal the mind, knows when to speak, when to be kind. So when he stands with eyes deep and rough, you see the weight of a man who knows enough. That's the weight of a man. That's the weight of a man who knows enough. breath flows wide in the midnight air. Cold street lights flicker without a care. Hands in his pockets, head held low, thinking about the things he's learning to let go. His footsteps echo like a steady drum, a quiet rhythm he's marching from. The city sleeps, but his thoughts don't retreat. Midnight steps on a cold street. Midnight steps on a cold street, where the shadows fall and the silence speaks. Every step a memory, every breath a beat, walking off the weight he can't repeat. Cold wind rising, but his mind feels sweet. Midnight steps on a cold street. He passes windows warm with neon glow, lives he'll never live, truths he'll never know. But he don't envy what he can't keep. Some hearts grow strongest when the world's asleep. The cold don't scare him, it keeps him sane. Clears out the clutter, washes out the pain. Street by street his soul finds its seat. Midnight steps on a cold street. He listens to the silence like a friend he trusts, letting every thought settle in the dust. Midnight steps on a cold street. A quiet man with a steady beat, not running away, just finding release, letting the cold bring inner peace. Soft truth rising from the concrete. Midnight step on a cold street. The night don't judge or rush, it holds his soul in a gentle hush. In every corner, every turn, is another lesson his heart can learn. The streets his therapist, calm and deep, and knows the secrets he'll always keep. By the time he turns toward home's warm light, his mind feels clearer than the moonlit night. Some truths you only meet on your own 2 feet, walking. Midnight steps on a cold street. He steps outside with a coat pulled tight, flat cap low in the fading light. hands in his pockets, breath in the cold, carrying stories he never told. He walks slow past the evening glow, thinking about things he'll never show. Some truths stay soft, some truths stay blurred. A coat, a cap, and unsaid words. A coat, a cap, and unsaid words, floating in the air like quiet birds. He keeps his peace, protects his heart, speaks through actions, not through art. Some things are felt, some never heard. A coat, a cap, and unsaid words. He remembers nights when he spoke too fast, watch good moments slip into the past. Now he holds his thoughts close to his chest, saying only what serves him best. He's learned that silence can heal the mind, that rushed emotions can make a man blind. So he saves his truth for the souls that earn a coat, a cap, and the words unturned. The quiet in him isn't fear or shame, it's a life he shaped, a man he became. A coat, a cap, and unsaid words, kept in the spaces where trust is hurt. He don't explain what he can't withstand. He speaks through calm, through steady hands, in winter streets where memory stirred. A coat, a cap, and unsaid words. Some hearts speak loud, some speak in touch, some spill everything, some reveal just enough. He's the type that loves through small little deeds, not through poems or dramatic pleas. He's learned that peace is a fragile bird, protected best with unsaid. So if you see him walking through the cold night air, quiet steps with thoughts he doesn't share, know he's holding truths that life conferred. A coat, a cap, and unsaid words. He don't answer fast, just to fill the air. He listens close, he chooses with care. Every word he drops is measured and true. He knows what the wrong ones can put you through. He's seen arguments start with a careless line, seen good hearts fall from a rushed design. So now he breathes deep, there's the moment ease. Before he speaks, he finds his peace. When a man thinks before he speaks, he guards his heart, protects his peace. He don't rush to prove or compete. He chooses silence over heat. Slow words carry the strength he seeks. When a man thinks before he speaks. Once was quick to react and fire, let temper turn true into thin desire. Said things in seconds he regretted for years, lost friendships, trust, and quiet tears. But time taught patience in the hardest way. That wisdom comes slow and pride fades away. Now he speaks like a river, finding its creek soft and steady. When he finally speaks, he learned that silence isn't weak, it's knowing the right moment to speak. When a man thinks before he speaks, he wins his battles without mystique. He lets the noise around him fade, choosing peace in the choices he made. Slow words build the life he seeks. When a man thinks before he speaks. Some men shout just to feel strong, but volume don't fix what's gone wrong. He speaks like a man who's lived enough, with a gentle tone but a backbone. He knows timing is half of truth, and calm men rarely lose their proof. So when the moment feels heavy and bleak, remember the weight of the words you speak. Stand like the man who learned to think before he lets his silence sing. He walks in slow, stands by the wall, lets everybody shout, lets the noise fall. He ain't trying to shine, ain't chasing views. He's the kind of man silence chooses. Eyes calm and steady on his dream, while the loud ones crumble with every blame. They talk to be heard, he listens to learn. quiet fire in a man that burns. His silence is louder than the room, soft as dust, deep as a monsoon. You don't need words to shift the tune. His calm lights up the dim lit gloom. No brag, no spark, no noisy boom. His silence louder than the room. He watches the one who pretend they're strong, sees how they break when the night gets long. He knows real strength don't demand applause, it stands still without breaking laws. He ain't shy, he just breathes slow, speaks only when he needs you to know. And when he talks, his words land clean, soft but sharper than they seem. And when he breathes in, the room breathes too, like they're waiting to see what he'll do. His silence is louder than the room. A steady heartbeat, a gentle bloom. He don't fight for space, he don't assume. He reads the air before he consumes. His quiet shifts the whole perfume. His silence louder than a room. Some speak just to feel alive. He speaks soft so truth survives. Some shout loud, hoping to win. He whispers and the walls lean in. This quiet ain't weakness, ain't retreat. It's the rhythm of a man complete. So when the noise grows too consumed, watch the man who stays attuned. No voice raised, no pride to resume. Just silence louder than the room. Waltzing slow, with no intent to shine. No polished act, no borrowed lines. Just quiet steps and a steady frame. Yet somehow everybody knows his name. He don't chase eyes or try to impress. He wears his calm like a tailored finesse. No flashing gold, no loud design. He's the one they notice without trying. He's the one they notice without trying. Soft presence, no denying. No noise, no show, no spotlight buying. Just a natural grace that keeps on rising. You feel him in the room, electrified. The one they notice without trying. He laughs low, subtle and sincere. Not the kind that needs to fill your ear. When he talks, the moment's slow. Every word lands calm and close. He gives respect with simple ways. Gentle nods, soft, steady gaze. He don't seek praise or try comply. He's the one they notice without trying. And the louder men fade in time, while his quiet builds a deeper shine. He's the one they notice without trying. Presence warm, no amplified. He stands in silence, testifying that real strength speaks without replying. He lifts the room without supply. The man they notice without trying. You can't fake poise, you can't fake peace. Those things grow slow, they seldom cease. Some allow to hide their doubt, but his calm tells the whole room what he's about. His confidence walks without pride or lie. He's the one they notice without trying. So if you see a man who stands apart, quiet steps but a heavy heart, know he's built his truth through steady abiding. He's the one they notice without trying. Without trying. They notice without trying. Hear you speak low, barely above a hum, but his thoughts hit hard when the moment comes. don't compete for the loudest role. He lets his silence carry his soul. While the room talks big and the noise gets thick, he's 3 steps ahead with a quiet click. His wisdom moves where the loud can't chase, a sharp mind hidden in a calm man's face. He's got a mind sharper than his face.
He's got a mind sharper than his voice.
Cuts through lies without a choice.
Cuts through lies without a choice.
Oh, no shouting needed to prove his place. Truth sits steady behind his face. No bragging tone, no loud rejoice. Just a mind sharper than his voice.
Just a mind sharper than his voice.
He watches slow, lets others reveal everything they claim, everything they feel. He ain't judging, just reading the signs, finding the truth between the lines. He don't rush his thoughts, don't spill his brain. He filters first, avoids the strain. Every word he speaks is a chosen piece. Precision is where his storms find peace. When he finally speaks, he speaks with care, like placing truth in the open air. He's got a mind sharper than his voice.
He's got a mind sharper than his voice.
Quiet strength, deliberate poise.
But he stayed deliberate poise.
Oh, a steady calm that the wise employ. A thinking man they can't destroy. No need to shout, no reckless noise. Just a mind sharper than his voice.
Just a mind sharper than his voice. Strength ain't loud, ain't meant to impress. It's silent truth that he won't suppress. So when he walks away without raising tone, understand the confidence he's grown. Some men speak loud just to feel choice, but he's got a mind sharper than his voice. He's got a mind sharper than his voice. He's got a mind sharper than his voice. about what he'll do. He learned that talking often kills the truth. Plans don't grow when they're spoken too soon. Some dreams need silence, like the midnight moon. He holds his thoughts close, like a sacred code. Walks his path quiet on a patient road, while others brag loud just to gain some clout. He keeps the blueprints in his head, not his mouth. Blueprints in his head, not his mouth. Building his future from north to south. No loud reveal, no scream and shout. He lets his work be what comes out. Quiet moves with a steady route. Blueprints in his head, not his mouth. Seen people cheer for dreams they waste. Seen fast talkers sprint with no real pace. He knows ideas are fragile things. Break them too early and they lose their wings. So he wakes each day with a simple plan, a quiet grind that shapes a man. No need to explain what he's thinking about. He keeps the blueprints in his head, not his mouth. He don't hide, he just protects the life he's building through introspect. Blueprints in his head, not his mouth. Where the real work grows without a drought. He plants his steps with a humble root. No pride to prove, no need to shout. Life blooms slow when you cut noise out. Blueprints in his head, not his mouth. Some men talk loud to feel awake, but he found strength in the moves he makes. In quiet rooms where the world can't pry, he writes his destiny on the inside. He knows what he wants, what he'll allow. He moves in silence, he acts in the now. So if he grows while you're not around, if his light appears without a sound, just know he built it from the inside out. in his head, not his mouth.
He ain't the man who panics at dawn. He wakes up steady, stretches, moves on. No rush in his breath, no fear in his stride. He walks with purpose, tucked deep inside. The world might sprint like it's losing time, but he's got peace resting in his spine. Every step he takes is calm, unshowing. He walks slow because he knows where he's going. He walks slow because he knows where he's going. Quiet mind, confidence showing. No need to chase, no need for flowing. Crowds that run without really knowing. A steady pace, wisdom growing. He walks slow because he knows where he's going. He used to rush, used to fall in line, try to match a world that raced blind. But life taught him truths that hit like stone. Speed don't matter when your path is your own. Now he moves like a river, finding its bend. Patience leading him to the right end. No chaos needed, no wild boasting. He walks slow because he knows where he's going. Some men run fast and lose the plan, but he learned pace makes a stronger man. He walks slow because he knows where he's going. Still waters in his spirit flowing. He don't need a crowd to feel him glowing. He don't fear the pace he's showing. He keeps his truth without overthrowing. He walks slow because he knows where he's going. You can feel his peace from across the room, a quiet calm that cuts through gloom. Where others hurry just to feel alive, he thrives in a slow, intentional drive. He's not behind, not late, not slowing. He's aligned. He knows where he's going. So when you see him moving at his own speed, no, he ain't lacking, ain't in need. He's built a life that's gently growing. He walks slow because he knows where he's going. Ooh. He walks slow because he knows where he's going. steps into the night with a steady breath, not afraid of silence, not afraid of death. Some men need crowds just to feel alive, but he finds peace beneath the quiet sky. His footsteps echo down empty lane, but there's no fear running through his veins. There's freedom in the path he crossed. He walks alone, but never lost. He walks alone, but never lost. Knows every step comes at a cost, but he trusts his heart no matter the frost. A quiet king who bears no gloves. He don't rush life or count the cost. He walks alone. He's loved before, and he's let love go. Seen seasons change and a patience slow. He knows some roads can't hold 2 feet. Some journeys start where others retreat. He don't chase noise or follow the crowd. His spirit speaks low, but it speaks pride. He don't need approval, no matter the cost. He walks alone. Some think alone means empty space, but he found truth in a quiet place. He walks alone, but never lost. Warm soul standing in winter frost. Life taught him gently, life taught him hard, left him wise with a steady guard. A silent road is where he's boss. He walks alone, but never lost. Aloneness ain't a burden he bears. It's the kingdom built from answered prayers. He's learned to breathe through the darkest night. Learn that solitude can birth the light. He knows himself in the deepest sense, a rare kind of man, whole and immense. So when you see him drifting through the night, know he's guided by an inner light. Some paths are meant for just one cross. He walks alone, but never lost.